Tim back again, down with Flint Town. You know we are in Flint Town, the Flint Public Library, and I'm here with my boy Ray Dog, like always. What's up, Ray?
What's up, Randy?
But you know we got our first guest today. This is my main man, Tim Eckel, better known as Tim Ass. Tim, what's going down?
What's up, man?
I thought you had a new nickname you just told me.
Fat ass, yes.
No,
it's my New Year's resolution.
That's Tim Ass for life, bro, for life.
I'm staying up there with Biggie.
Okay, it's been a minute since we had a show, right? So let's start with a couple of big moments for both of y'all, okay? First of all, Ray, congratulations. National champ, Michigan. Tell me about how you felt last night when they brought that home.
Okay, I know this ain't the answer you were looking for. I'm not a big, hoorah, I'm not that. No, you know that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yep.
Like, based on our conversations over the last 4 or 5 months, the way that I talk about my team, I knew that they could do it this year. I knew if there was going to be a year with this class, with their playoff experience, I knew that we could do it if we stayed healthy, which we did. And everything we went through with all the allegations and this and that, the fact that we still came together. After we won the championship yesterday, me and my friend Marty, the guy that I watch all my Michigan games with, we just basically, after we calmed down a little bit, because we were going crazy during the game. During the game we were, but when the game was over, we just I sat over there and he sat over there, and we were just kind of just talking about what me and him had talked about in March and April in the backyard. And, you know, I've talked to you. We talk sports all the time. And I knew that they can do it, man. And I don't know what to say, man. I'm not like Lions fans are, where they win a fucking game and they do them stupid videos and wear them stupid outfits.
God, I love Ray.
They just act so stupid. Act fucking stupid. I'm not that guy. Oh. I expected my team to win. We won. And I'm very, very happy. I might not seem like I'm happy, but I'm very, very happy.
Okay.
Maybe it just hasn't sunk in yet, but I'm very, very happy. I knew we can do it.
All right, fair enough, man. I like it. All right, cool.
I'm happy for him, too. I'm happy for any Michigan, a state of Michigan sports team. I'm happy when they win something. But even though I'm not a big Michigan fan, it's still, my daughter will go in there and everything. You got to have a little pride when they finally do something, and when you're able to rub it in on Randy a little bit because he's a state fan. That's
No, one more thing. I texted my sister because she's a alum too. Because Tim just kind of reminded me of that. I told her congratulations on another, national title. Because she's alumni, and when Michigan wins, she wins. So she was really the only person I was talking to last night when I was text messaging people. So she was happy too. She's more of the rah shit talking type. I'm not. Once I win, I mean, it's over after that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over. And I'm going to say one thing about that game. Listen, man, Washington is a likable team. I like their coach. I love their quarterback. But my God, listen, I'm not just saying this because this is my team. In that second half, I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback take a beating the way that he took. I mean, we were on his ass. He couldn't even walk off the field.
It was the same way they did the Alabama kid at the beginning, man. You guys were about to kill somebody.
Yeah, we were all over him, man.
That front seven is legit.
Our line of scrimmages, man, it was just the way we played on both sides of the line. It was so much fun to watch all year. So congratulations to them, man. Team 144, Michigan, go blue. Jim Harbaugh, all them guys, go blue.
Okay, cool. All right, now switch it over to Tim Ass. And we were just talking about this before we came on, but Tim Ass, you're 2 days away from 1 year without smoking, bro. That's pretty legit, man. Seriously.
I love it. Listen,
seriously.
When people quit smoking, I love it, man. Good for you. Go ahead, Tim.
It was, like I told everybody, I sometimes give you that goofy look when you're like, listen, I'm not one of them guys that can, I don't have that willpower to just go, I'm not going to quit today. I'm not going to be able to quit. I'm not going to be able to use gum. I'm not going to be able to use patches. Something's going to have to happen to me to where I don't even have the ability to smoke. Like, I can't. Like, I don't have the option. And that's about the only way it was going to happen. And that's what happened. I got put in the hospital. And, when you're in there all the time and you
can't smoke in there. Right?
I couldn't walk, so I couldn't get outside to smoke either. So I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen right there.
Yeah, but see, you've kept it going though, and that's the part that's really good. So that gave you the kickstart. But dude, the last 9 months you've been doing it without the hospital, and that's awesome.
I really liked to smoke, but I knew 5 years ago it was time to quit. I knew I was 5 years past when it was time to quit. And you hang on to it because when you like to smoke, man, that's hard. That's like giving up your favorite food, man. You know, like when you like if you really like spaghetti, just tell yourself you're never going to eat spaghetti ever again, or nothing close. You know,
It's a real addiction, man.
like they legalized marijuana, and I won't even smoke that.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to do something, it's going to be gummies and
Right. Ain't mess with that smoke.
and then I'm going to be high for 31 hours.
All right, cool, man. Well, listen, you know, and Ray and I, we do the walk. We always talk about our health, man, and so it's good to have you on that.
And I always ask about you too when we're
Always,
walking. I always
always.
ask about you. How's Tim feeling? I always ask.
I feel right now, I don't know if it's wintertime or I don't know, my back, being able to walk a little bit farther and pushing it a little bit more. Still got to have a little help with the grocery shopping when I got a big list.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
But you know, it's been a lot better. You know, like I've been sleeping better. You know, been able to do more like this. When Randy told me he's on the second floor, I'd be like, oh shit. Even with an elevator, it's just standing there waiting. It sucks sometimes, but it's not bad now.
Okay, good.
But it's getting better.
Good. Yeah, you roll up here, no problem. So, all right, cool. All right, good to see y'all, man. It's time for our roll call. All right, and this is what I've been waiting to do for a long time.
Wait a
man.
minute, I got a question about your health.
Oh, well, I'm fat. We know this.
How's your arm been?
Oh, arm's good to
Been
go.
playing
man.
basketball
Yeah.
and-
We were just looking at one of the old videos where I had the brace on my arm. That thing's off. We're good to go. I had to tore the bicep, but I'm hooping again. We're ready to rock. In fact,
Yeah,
I
man.
might hoop tonight. There's a chance I might hoop tonight.
I liked the arm thing.
Dude, it kind of
You
looked
should just
awesome.
wear it once in a while just to wear it. For sure.
Very
I like that
Reggie.
thing.
Very Reggie.
Yeah, it was. I look like the dude from Two Live Crew for Life. You know what I mean?
Kid Ice. Kid
Bob
Ice.
Ward, right? He always had that brace.
The Asian guy, yeah. Kid
no,
Ice. Yeah,
no.
gold tooth.
Yeah. I did kind of like wearing it, but man, when it got sweaty, it sucked.
Now, who wore the cast longer, Kid Ice or Cowboy Bob Orton?
Ooh, shit.
Who wore the cast
I'm
longer?
pretty sure Bob Orton got
I
that
think it might
one.
be Bob Orton,
Why
too.
think Kid Ice even in death? He still has it
still
out
has
with the Miami Hurricanes.
He got
jacket.
buried in that
He
sling.
got
with
buried in that.
That's good.
It's like, how many albums you gonna make like that, bro? It's like, fix
Bob's was a two-piece.
that two-piece.
Yeah, he only put it on when he went right back in the ring.
Yeah.
There, bro.
Lord, oh my God. All right, y'all. All right, roll time. Roll. Oh God, roll.
I thought you
call
went
time.
Alabama
That's
there
what I
for a
said
second.
there. Roll.
God.
Man, that's not what I'm trying to say. Roll call time. That's what I'm trying to say. Roll call
Okay.
time. All right. Here's what we're gonna do now. Favorite cartoon characters, right? And it could be Saturday morning cartoons. It could be later on Voltron stuff, or like even Beavis and Butthead style, right? Okay. So I got to start this because I can't not. I laugh my guts out every time I see.
I don't feel like I should guess yours. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you know it. You know.
I know who his is too because it's my dad's favorite too.
Is it?
So I know whose his is.
I mean, out of the Warner Brother cartoons, that's my favorite too. I'm gonna let him say it. Just 'cause.
No, it's that foghorn leghorn, baby. You gotta have that foghorn leghorn.
I'll say it.
That was
I
good.
said, hey boy.
That was my dad's favorite too.
Yeah, dude. He would pick that dog up and
Beat that dog's ass.
nothing makes me laugh harder to this day, man. All right, Ray, where you at? Where's your favorite?
Well, my favorite cartoon from those days was Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
When Tom would get his hand caught in the door, that loud scream, or when he got tired of Jerry's shit, he'd call his three cousins over with the top hat and the gangster clothes and the briefcase with the. I love that. That's my favorite. I watched it 3 days ago. I watch that all the time.
Did you guys
know
ever-
those three cats, those cousins?
the cousins,
They come
bro.
over and then they get the shit. And then Jerry invited his little Italian mafia cousins.
I like.
Okay, come on.
I always like his cowboy uncle that he over. The guy was like, ham bone. Remember that guy?
Yes.
He had the big mustache.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Oh my God.
Ham bone. Oh my God!
You guys might lose me the rest of the show.
You
man.
know that was actually considered a silent cartoon, right?
Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, it was a silent cartoon. It was like because it was actually so old. It was one of the first colored cartoons there was, and so like when we saw it, it was all colored, but they never talked.
Yeah.
They just played the music in the background and then the sound effects. You know, Jerry or Tom getting jacked.
Yeah, I love that
All right,
cartoon.
Tim, that's your favorite, man. Your favorite.
I'm a little newer. I've seen those so many times. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm doing impressions of them, but I mean, like I was a GI Joe fan. I liked all the skin tight clothes on the women in the G.I. Joe. I was all pervert. I was 12.
Hey, fair enough. All right.
Baroness, there was nobody that was rocking that shit like Baroness.
There it is.
They even did her good in the show. I was like, damn.
They all had the same figure on the toys, right? Doesn't matter.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm good with all of it.
Okay.
I was good with all of it. It was way better than the J.C. Penney catalog.
Hey, you don't know about Tim, man. He used to blow up all of his G.I. Joe guys and put them back together with different parts. So like it'd be like half one dude, half Snake Eyes. You know what I mean? Like,
Destro and Cobra Commander together.
dude, that was a badass dude.
Yeah.
All right, Ray, give me another, bro.
Let me see. Cartoons.
That's the one we want right there. Okay. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Welcome back. Once again, down with Flint Town, Randall W. Scott III, my main man, Ray Dog, Ray Asensio, keeping the mic hot. What's up, big dog?
Well, the volume is definitely working on these headphones.
Yeah, okay. Which one are you? Are you on orange? Let me turn you down a little bit. There you go. That probably better?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay, how do I say? Am I right here?
Yeah, you like a rapper. Hey, turn it up on my headphones. Turn up the beat. Turn up the beat, yo.
What's up, Randy?
Chilling, man. Living life, man. Living life pretty large right now.
I like the Derek Thomas jersey, man. Rest in peace, man.
And that's where we're going to start today. Well, we're not going to start today off. We're going to do a roll call first, but we are going to
get to that. Yep, more on that later. Yep.
We're going to get to some of that later, man, because you know I'm rocking the DT, and you got your Michigan brim on, so we're gonna get to both of those topics today. So I love it. Okay, you know how we got to do this. We got to start with the roll call, right?
Yes.
Okay, Ray, tell us about this roll call today. What are we going to be listed off?
Cities in the United States of America that start with a vowel.
Once again, nonsense that nobody needs to know, but we're going to list it off for you right now.
And we ain't looking at nothing. We ain't reading nothing. My phone and all my shit's over here. We're just going to go to the top of our dome. And you know what? I'm going to prove to everybody that all that education and all that electric shit, all that shit he does, he's all smart and this and that. I'm going to prove that I'm smarter when it comes to my geography in the United States of America.
Okay, all right, then I'm going to start it off because you think you're so all of that. All right, let's get some cities that start with vowels in the U.S., and I'm going to hit you with one you can't even deny right now. Ashtabula, Ohio. What you know about Ashtabula? You know that's come up a few times.
Gomez, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Yeah, you fucking dickhead. We went there one time. It's a small town, just a little industrial, blue-collar like town. Kind of, looks like Flint a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
We drove all the way out there to deliver a box that was this big. Gomez didn't want to sign my bill of lading, so I had to write his name for him. If in fact that was his name, he certainly sounded like he was going. He looked like it too, with his ashy skin, Mexican ashy skin. Fuck you, Gomez. Don't you ever treat me like that again when I'm there.
You literally signed that Gomez, bro.
Yeah, that ain't even. I don't even know what his name is.
I know you just made that up.
Yeah.
He made that up, not me. Okay?
He was an asshole. He was an asshole, man.
He was.
He was an asshole.
All right, man. Hit me with a city. What you got?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a city that you're familiar with also. Right. Because you have a student that works there, Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Erie, Pennsylvania, right next to Ashtabula.
Right next to Ashtabula. Just the first piece down an hour and 17 minutes east of Ashtabula.
There you go. Shout out Sean Bednar with the Erie Otters.
That's the name. I was trying to think of the name of the team. There you go. The Erie Otters.
Yep.
They're in the same division as the Flint Firebirds.
Yes, they are. Yep.
So the Flint, whoever goes to those hockey games, they know who the Otters are.
They know who the Erie Otters are. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to hit you with another one. How about Eagle, Michigan? You know the Eagle Westphalia exit? That's how
96. Off of 96. I drive by at least twice a week.
There you go.
Yep, Eagle. Okay. I'm staying in Pennsylvania, okay? One of my favorite boxers of all time, Larry Holmes, the Easton assassin from Easton, Pennsylvania, the great Larry Holmes.
Okay, all right, you're going to hit me with Easton. All right, then I'm going to hit you with Atlanta, baby. Atlanta, you can't mess with Atlanta, the big A.
Atlanta, Michigan. I know, that's right. Oh, you're talking about Georgia. Okay, all right. Atlanta. I got a few friends living. D'Angelo Mitchell lives in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's go. Best hands on earth that guy had.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right.
The former hometown of the California Angels and the Los Angeles Rams, Anaheim, California. What you know about the Big A, Anaheim Stadium?
Okay, all right, I'll give you that, bro. Okay, all right, Anaheim. All right, then I'm gonna go with Iowa City. What's up with that?
Ooh, the Iowa Hawkeyes, huh?
Hawkeyes.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go to their crosstown rival, as right down the road, Ames, Iowa. where Iowa State University is. AMES.
Okay,
Ames, Iowa.
I like it.
Home of
Mr.
the
Ames.
Cyclones. Jeff Greer is their all-time leading scorer. And
Flint
Man, Monte Morris is their all-time assists and steals leader at Iowa State.
Oh, they might as well name that Flint South or Flint West.
That's
you know
what
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying?
about. Yeah, Roy Marble at Iowa was for like 30-something
Yeah.
years till that fat Garza, whatever his name is, that sweating, whatever. He broke his record. Fuck him.
Shout out my boy, since you said Ames, Matt Ames, teacher at Davidson. That's my boy right there. So
Okay,
shout
what
out.
about Willie Ames?
Okay. Well, I don't know who's Willie Ames. Should I know Willie
That was Charles in Charge, his buddy.
Oh, okay. See,
that curly haired guy,
okay,
that
there
white
you
guy.
go. I'm not even knowing Willie Ames.
Yeah,
but-
you know, yeah. There were Charles in Charge. Scott Baio was a star of the show. His best friend on the show.
I know, man.
I didn't watch that stupid show either.
I was
know
gonna say,
Willie
I don't
Ames.
know shit about Scott Baio, bro. I mean,
I don't either.
you think a white guy like me would know something about Scott Baio, but I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
all right, cool. Let's keep it going. All right, so it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking you off the continental United States, and I'm going to Anchorage, Alaska. What you know about Anchorage, boy?
I know I'm never going to visit there, man, because a polar bear. It's not uncommon to get up, take the trash out, there's a goddamn polar bear in your fucking yard. Why would I want to live there? I'm sure it's a beautiful city. I'm not going to anywhere in Alaska, okay?
Oh, I'm going to all of Alaska someday.
Yeah.
I gotta get there. All right, what you got?
Okay, what do I got? I'm going to go to Wisconsin now. Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay, Oshkosh.
Oshkosh.
Okay, all
With
right.
O, starts with O. You
I
act
like
like you
it.
never heard of that
O's,
before.
man. All right,
Yeah, okay.
I like it, man. I just got a little thrown back on that, man. Okay, all right. Then I'm gonna hit one, and you got to look no further than the top of your dome, and I should get 2 points for this because it's Ann Arbor.
I have to give you that one because why didn't I think of that first?
That's what I'm saying.
What's wrong with me? Okay. I'm going to Tyrus Fowler country, okay? Now, look, Tyrus is my enforcer. That's one of my best friends. That's my bodyguard. I can say what I'm about to say. He is probably the darkest person that lives in Owasso.
Owasso,
Okay? I don't think too many people look like Tyrus in Owasso other than Tyrus.
No, I don't think so. OWOSSO. Let's
Yeah,
go.
and they got rid of Ponderosa. Fuck you for that, too. How you gonna lose Ponderosa?
I think how many Ponderosas are left?
They got one in Bay City off of Wilder Road.
Okay, there's one up in Clare. Up in Clare, Michigan, there's one right off.
And that's the one. That's the other one I was thinking of. I think there's Ponderosas, kind of not really all over, but like in Ohio, they're all over the place. Why did we get rid of ours?
I don't know, man. Bring Hot Now and Ponderosa back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
And Kmart.
Kmart's. Gotta have Kmart's back.
Oh
man.
Jesus, Kmart's.
I used to.
Is that Mike's brother or something? Okay, go ahead.
I used to. At one time, labeled myself like as I'm like, man. When I think if I had to describe myself, I would be described as a borderline Kmart dork. I think that's what I've always been in life. I kind of have been, dude. I'm kind of cheesy, kind of fat white guy wearing husky jeans. Like I'm kind of borderline Kmart dork. Got no fashion skills except for my DT, but that's about it. I mean, I got none. I got none of that.
No, I would say, and I mean this in a good way.
Yeah.
You would be the ultimate of ultimate. Don't judge a book by its cover kind of a guy because you are not what you look like. Okay? Now, look, man, I'm your brother, okay? Come on, man. You look like a fat trailer park hillbilly.
I do.
But you ain't! You're the coolest, dude. You're the coolest motherfucker. I mean, you listen to rap music. Don Cornelius. You used to watch Soul Train all the time. You like all the black shows. You played all the black sports.
It's just better. I'm just gonna be honest
Yeah,
with you, Ray.
and you're listen, man. I've been to your parties. I've been around your family and friends. You were the only person of your kind that does all this. Yo, baby, yo. Don't judge a book by its cover until you meet this fella here. He's not fat no more, by the way. He lost a lot of
appreciate
weight.
that.
I'm fatter than he is
I
now.
don't know about you. Ain't fatter, but you're just bigger. But we're bringing it down. We're bringing it down.
Bringing it down.
All right, let's go. A couple more cities. What you got?
Okay, I am going to go with, I believe it's in the state of Washington, Olympia.
Oh, Olympia. Yeah.
Okay, Olympia.
All right, I'm going with Union City, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Got you.
No, you didn't get me
No, okay,
because
what you
Brent
got?
Henson is going to smack you right in your face for not saying Union City, Tennessee,
Oh, there's a Tennessee.
where he lives.
Oh, that's my bad.
The home of Coco Beware, man.
Could be
What the hell? Union City, Pennsylvania? What the hell?
I think
Brent, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
bad, man. There's more than one Union City. My bad, Brett, man. I messed up. I got messed up on Burnt, man, dude. Okay.
Okay, give me another one.
All right,
We
let's
got a
see.
couple
Okay,
more.
All right, let me think of a couple more. Hold on now. Let's see. Ocean City, California.
There you go.
Yeah, what you got?
Okay, since you got an NFL jersey on, what about the Indianapolis Colts?
Oh, there you go. That's a big one.
Indianapolis,
All right,
Indiana.
cool. Iona, Michigan.
Nice.
There you go. All
Nice. Ionia, that's where the prisons used to be. I used
Yeah.
to visit my cousin Sweet Pea in Ionia. Let me see. I just had one in my head. Ashland, Kentucky.
Ooh, Evansville, Indiana.
Okay. Owensboro, Kentucky.
Owensboro.
Dude, I'm an over-the-road driver. I know all these
Okay.
weird, obscure towns.
There's probably 8 million more I got to think of here. Okay, hold on. Now I'm going to hit blanks now. Okay, go, give me another one. Just hit me with another one while I'm thinking.
Let me see. I will go with, what letter haven't I done yet? I haven't done an A yet. No, I did Anaheim.
Did you do E?
Austin, Texas.
Ooh, Austin, Texas.
Hook 'em horns, Jesse. My cousin Jesse and Christina down in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Hook 'em horns.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Then I'm going to go with, okay, I'm done with this one. What else?
One
All
more.
right,
One
more.
more.
All right,
You ain't going one more, and then I'll do one more.
All right.
I got to think of one now that I'm telling you to do one. I got to think of one.
Okay. Y is sometimes a vowel, right? But probably not
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah, of
Yosemite?
course.
Yosemite?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I just had one. Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. What?
Yeah.
That's a great town, by the way.
Yeah.
That was going to be, I was like, on the way over here, I said, I'm going to say Albuquerque because I love Albuquerque.
You know that red and black button-up flannel I wear, right? I
Yeah.
bought that in Albuquerque.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. When me and my uncle drove to Arizona, we stopped. I got cold.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a jacket. We went there and I bought that real quick.
Okay.
It was like $10.
It was such a cool town. I had a fun trip there, man.
Albuquerque's nice. I like New Mexico. I'm a fan.
It was pretty legit down in New Mexico. We're going to talk about that one day. Okay. All right, we're going to switch gears
Okay,
now.
that was fun.
All right, that was cool.
good.
That was cool. And we know, hey, listen, we know we missed about 8 million of them, and there's probably some very obvious ones we missed. Hit us up, man. Hit us up on the YouTube. Get us some feedback on the comments, man. Just tell us how many we missed, because we're going to laugh when you guys start putting them in there.
Okay. So what you know about time now?
Okay, let's do it.
I got a what you know about, and then I got a. It's not really a question. It's an explanation.
Okay.
Okay. But let me get you what you know. But what you know about hearts? Any kind of hearts?
Okay, all right. Well, I know about Heart the band.
Yep.
I know you gotta have heart, lots and lots of heart to get through life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know that I'm playing with the Queen of Hearts, Juice Newton. What you know about Juice Newton?
I know Juice
Playing
Newton.
with the Queen. What's up? All right. Let's see. Mike Hart, the running back. That's your guy,
yeah.
right? I know. The Hart Foundation.
The heart. Oh, there you go.
The Hart Foundation, man. Right? They do that move where you put him over his leg. What was the name of that move?
No, it was when they put him in a bear.
That was the bear.
And that's called the heart attack.
The heart attack.
They
Okay.
call that the heart attack. H-A-R-T, the heart
Yeah,
attack.
heart attack. All right. What about the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart? That's
Jimmy
your
Hart.
guy.
I
right
met him
there.
a couple years ago. I
Okay.
got to sing Eat Your Heart Out, Rick Springfield with him at the IMA Sports Arena 2 years ago.
Okay. Let's see. What else about hearts? I got to go see
He
the
just
Hart.
turned 80 years old, too, and he's still Jimmy Hart.
That's awesome, dude.
He'll make an appearance once in a while. He does the cheerleading and jumping up and down, 80 years old.
Down over here at the IMA, Ray talked to him for hours over there. Sang with him. Ray, you sang with him.
He found my wallet. I had
What?
misplaced my wallet. He found it.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
That blue
Yeah, the
ugly
Pistons one?
Velcro wallet.
Velcro. This dude still rocks a Velcro Pistons wallet, and it's killer, bro. He's gonna pull it out right now. Let's go. Let's
Jimmy
go.
Hart. Well, you can't see the piston symbol anymore.
Yeah, it's a little wore off, but
Yeah, got the Velcro.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart found this and gave it to me. Thank
we-
you, Jimmy.
we got them Velcros. Sorry, I love that line. All right, okay. Let's see. I gotta go see the heart doctor on Monday. What? Getting old. Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Okay.
Let's see. Hearts. What else I know about Heartland, Michigan. Right down 23.
Heartland, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie theater right there. I like to go to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They had a big softball complex there, too.
Right.
Tags is what it was called. It's connected to a bowling alley.
There you go. Let's see. Heart of the Matter. I like that song by Don Henley. That's a good song.
That is a good
I
song.
love that song. Yeah, it's
I
good.
always get that confused because I always think that song is called Forgiveness because they say forgiveness in it, but yeah, it's called Heart of the Matter. It's
Heart
a
of
great
the Matter.
song.
It's a great song. I love playing that song. Okay.
Heart and Soul by Huey Lewis and the News. Because she's heart and soul. I love Huey. It's Sports from the Sports album.
I got this theory on Huey Lewis, man, and it's not a good one, but I'm gonna give it to you right now just because we're here. That's okay. Listen, the music's fun, right? The music's fun, but
Don't tell me he dissed you at an airport.
no,
That ain't his fault. You're probably getting on his
This
nerves.
is a theory about his music.
All right.
All right. Huey Lewis music, it like took all the soul out of music. Like it whitewashed the soul so bad out of music that everything was so cheesy that he did, right? Like I don't know, like I have no feeling. When I listen to his songs, I have no feeling, man. And I'm like, right? So like, I don't know. It just seems like it's all whitewashed and commercial and like, I don't know. I feel like Huey Lewis took the soul out of pop music.
Really?
I do feel that way. Yeah. I mean, it's fun music.
Okay.
I don't hate it, right? But like, I don't get that. Music moves me, man. When I get that feeling from it, you know. When I listen to Huey, I get no feeling from it. I like the songs. The songs are catchy, right?
I mean,
they're catchy, but I got
he
no
ain't for
feeling.
you. I mean, he ain't for you.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. That was just my theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing the guy. I
know.
like him, and Sport's a good album, all that stuff, right? But
Sports.
yeah, in fact, I'm gonna give a shout out too, because the first record I ever bought, the first actual record I ever bought was a '45 Huey Lewis. I swear to God, it was the first record I ever bought. It was Doing It All for My Baby. Doing it all for my baby. I bought that at Record Town.
So, okay, so you're the music man. As much as you love music
Yeah.
and your education in music, and not to mention the memory of buying your first record that was Huey Lewis, and then you just bury the guy.
I'm not trying to bury him. When I look back, I'm like, dude, it doesn't make me feel like, it doesn't make me like, it just took the soul out of music. I swear it did, man.
Okay.
And then a lot of like garbage pop music followed after that, right? Like now there's goods and bads, ups and downs everywhere. You know what I mean? And people have opinions. And it's just my theory on
Okay,
Huey Lewis.
nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's what I got out of Hearts. All right. So I got one, what you know about for you.
Okay.
All right. And this was inspired. I was trying to think of what am I going to hit Ray with, right? And last night I came across a video, right? I came across this video, right? And it was highlights of Vince Carter during his rookie year. And he's just killing people, right? So I said to myself, Ray, what you know about dunkers and dunks? Tell me what you know about dunkers and dunks. Let me hear about it.
Ooh, I love to dunk my donuts in coffee.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. We're not talking about food.
Anything. No, anything that comes to your mind. That's what you know about is, right?
All right. Shout out to one of my old third basemen from like 25 years ago. He used to play softball with Steve Dunk.
What's up, Steve?
That's his name, from Grand Blake. He used to coach your baseball team.
Okay.
Okay, dunks and dunkers. Man, there's a lot. Where do I start, man? There's a lot I can say. Okay, I'll do one step at a time. I'll give like who my favorite dunkers are. Okay. Now, I'm a little different when it comes to the dunking. Like, when I see these videos that go viral of these skinny kids with their tight shorts jumping literally 35 feet up in the air and doing all this tour, that does absolutely nothing for me. It does not do anything for me. I mean, as far as athleticism, I'm impressed. And hand-eye, I'm impressed with that, but that does nothing for me, okay? People that do it for me are in-game dunkers, okay?
Yeah.
Guys you just mentioned, Vince Carter, arguably the best in-game dunker of all time. He's not my personal favorite, but if he's number one, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to dispute it, okay? I'm just, I'm a little biased. I'm Dominique Wilkins is my favorite in-game dunker.
Yep.
The guy used to do windmills in games, for Christ's sake. I'm gonna give you some underrated dunkers. Dunkers that people don't talk about because they don't fit that criteria of these little skinny kids that do all that jumping and shit with their tight panties on. Jerome Kersey was one of the best power in-game dunkers.
Yes.
Okay, but don't sleep on Jerome Kersey. Okay, great dunker. Rodman, when he played for Detroit, when he was still an athlete, and not doing all that, weird shit. He was one of the best in-game dunkers. Could dunk with either hand. Let me see. Dunks and dunkers. One of my favorite dunks that was in a game. Now, it doesn't fall into the Jerome Kersey, Dominique, Dr. J, Kobe. It ain't in that category. Yeah. But it was in a clutch situation when we needed it. When we played for the national title in '89, Michigan versus Seton Hall. Rumil Robinson, all 6'1" of them, drove baseline, jumped off the 2 feet, and did a reverse backhanded jam. That's probably the only time I've ever seen him dunk, and he did it in a national title game with everything on the line, okay? So Rumil Robinson, I'm going to give a shout-out to, from Cambridge, Massachusetts, who went to the same high school that Patrick Ewing went to, in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Let's go.
What you know about that, huh?
All right.
Okay, dunkers, let me see. Dunkin' Donuts creamer is one of my favorite coffee creamers.
Right. Okay. Yep.
The greatest power forward of all time is Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, let's go.
Okay, he's not my favorite, but he's the best.
Yeah, no
he's
doubt.
the best. I personally, I don't care what anybody says. I don't measure people by championships. Okay, if you can either, like Oscar Robertson said, you can either play or you can't.
Yeah.
Period. I think Karl Malone is the best power forward of all time. That's just my personal opinion.
Sure.
My personal opinion. Because to be that big and muscular and be able to run the break like that with good conditioning and he was smart. But Tim Duncan, Duncan is the best of all time. Let me see, one more dunk. Trying to think of another good in-game dunker. Dr. Duncanstein, Darrell Griffith. Okay, when he played with Utah. Played on that great Louisville team in 1980 who won the national title. Okay, Dr. Duncanstein.
Duncanstein. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Then you had that kid from Ohio State a few years ago. Sam Slam Thompson.
Okay.
Couldn't do nothing, but he could jump. He
it.
was like Didio. Had no basketball skills, but could dunk on anybody.
Come on, man. You can't.
Oh, no, I'm just still. Didio's a bad. No, I love Didio. Yeah. How's that roll tide going for you now? What's another, God damn, I just covered a lot of ground here. Let me think of one more dunker. That Charles Barkley, when he was fat and wide. And he could, vertically jump that high. He could block shots. I mean, that was different.
Okay.
Legend has it. I don't know if this is true or not, but legend has it that you remember that the guy that used to do color commentary for the Bulls, Red.
Yeah. What was his name? Red. That guy though. Yeah.
God, I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't remember his name. But you know what I'm talking about. The big guy.
Yeah.
On WGS.
Yes.
Legend has it that Wilt Chamberlain once dunked a ball so hard one time that he broke Red's foot.
What? Okay.
I read that. I'm just saying. I don't know if that's a fact, but I read that.
All right.
But, okay, man. Hey, what you got?
How
How did I do? Is that all right?
You did great on that. Now, I'm going to let you have that, but I got one more question about the dunkers for you. All right. Do you prefer the little guy who goes way up in the air or the big guy who just hammers one down on you? Like, what? I mean, you a two-hand power dunk
So
guy?
you're saying am I a Nate Robinson or a Shaq?
That's what I'm saying right now.
Thank you for asking that.
Okay.
That's probably the best question you've ever asked. Okay, in this studio. Let me make this perfectly clear, okay? There's going to be no gray area and no ambiguity in what I'm about to fucking say right now. It's the big guys, okay?
Yes.
I'm going with the big guys. Guys like Shaq. Guys like, we already said Wilt Chamberlain. Who else was a bit? David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. I'm going with the big guys, okay? Because the rules are different now. All these little chicken shits, can just dunk on anybody. Guys like Nate Robinson, all them little. I am not. Look, I'll give them ups. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Okay, they could get up.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. But 30, 40, 50 years ago, they ain't dunking like that in the game because we had a rule back then, an unwritten rule that was called stay out of the lane. Okay, Russell Westbrook and all that. You ain't doing nothing. No, I want the big guys. Okay, the big guys. I want the guys that can catch the ball on the post, turn around, and just, throw it down like the way Shaq did at LSU.
Love it.
When he played for Coach Dale Brown. Okay?
Yes,
I'm going with the big guys.
Okay.
Fuck them little guys.
He made it
I don't
clear.
like little people anyway, as it is.
He just made it clear, y'all.
Okay.
Big dude dunkers. All right, I'm glad.
Big guy. I'm going with the big guys.
All right, cool. This is awesome.
I'm no proponent of little people at all.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. We got to switch gears again, man. This show's off the rails already. I love it, man.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay, what you got?
This is that explanation thing.
Okay, the explanation.
I want you to just roll off the cuff.
Okay, off the dome. Here we go.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Oh, well, you know what I'm trying to make sense of right now, Ray? This question, right? Right now, I gotta make sense of this question. So, how am I gonna make it make sense, right?
Make it make sense.
I look at all the shit that's going on in the world today, right? I'm trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? This shit's always been crazy, right? We got crazy politicians. We got crazy shit going on over here. Shit blowing up over here. People blowing up over here. People shooting up school. It's so crazy. It's a crazy world out there. But people always been crazy. We just need more of the same people to step up. That's how I'm trying to make sense of this world, right? So I used to be so extreme, right? Like I would be like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. My opinion was loud and all that stuff. But now I'm kind of like, I see where the old people get it, right? And where they make sense of it. They just sit back in the cut, right? How many times you knew a wise old person just sit back in the cut, Because he knew that all this wild stuff's gonna happen anyways. No matter what's going on in the world, you gotta be able to look at it from a different perspective, sit back and go, okay, I got this, right? That's how I'm thinking about making sense of the world. And I hope this is justifying your question, because I don't even, like, that was so random what you just gave me right now, but it makes so much sense. I'm making it make sense in my head right now. Because the more I get older, man, the more I see that old guy that laid back in the cut, and I'm like, maybe that's how I should have been. Because I was so loud, right? I was so opinionated, right? But maybe you just gotta let back in the cut. You know what I mean? Like, it just let it happen. Let the wildness happen, so I can just lay back and be like, okay, I see what's going on.
Look, sometimes you just got to clap for it. That's great, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When we do this show, there's certain things that I excel at, and there's certain things that you excel at. What you just did right there, that random question, that I wouldn't be able to do that. I would be sitting, that right there, and I knew that you'd be able to come up with something. Like, it did take you a second. That was this fucking idiot.
That was a crazy
question.
question.
Okay, I get it now, Ray. Okay, I get it now. And I love that. That's awesome. That's what this show is all about. What you just did right there. You just made it makes sense now.
Thanks, man.
I get it.
And I appreciate the questions, because I would have never thought of something like that. Like, this question doesn't even make no sense. But let's roll with it.
You couldn't have made it more perfectly clear. That makes perfect sense to me. That's awesome. Good job.
All right, cool. Dude, that's funny right there. Good work. Sometimes magical shit happens on this show. All right, down with Flint Town. What?
Okay. Now.
All right.
Now, you know we're going to talk some football here, okay?
Yeah,
hold on. I'm going to kind of put a little tweak in it.
Okay.
This is a surprise tweak.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I want you to be a good sport about this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to talk about my mission. We're going to talk about how the season went. We're not going to be all hip, hip, hooray, yeah. We're not going to be talking all that nonsense. I'll do that with the Lions later. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do it the same way that I said we're going to do it.
Okay.
But are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, you might. I think you're going to be like, all right, Ray, go ahead. I was going to talk about Michigan first and then talk about the Chiefs last. I know it's Super Bowl weekend, but I understand. I'm not naive about the NFL. I know the NFL is king in America, okay? College football is my personal favorite sport. But Michigan is more storied than your Kansas City Chiefs. So what I'm saying to you, Michigan is going to be the main event. We're going to talk about that after you talk about the Chiefs. You go first.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going second. My team is going to be the main event.
I think we need a coin flip on this, man, because you're talking about.
I'm more so doing it. I'm not really doing it against you. I owe them an apology, because the last time I was here, I kind of just said, oh, yeah, I felt good, I'm good. And then that was it.
Yeah,
I can't go out like that with my Michigan club.
We need more. I agree. We need
more.
more.
So I'm making an executive decision right here on the spot.
All right.
I'm off the cuff.
Okay.
I'm the main event. Michigan's the main event.
Okay. All right.
And you're the, I can't say co-main event, but you're the preliminary.
All right, listen, I'll give you that just because we are in Michigan. There's more Michigan fans here. I'm the outlier. Like a Chiefs fan in Flint is pretty rare. Although we saw a guy rocking Chiefs gear yesterday.
They get on the bandwagon.
No,
people get. You're not on the bandwagon, but people get on the bandwagon.
All right, so I'll give you that.
If the New Orleans Saints wins the next 4 Super Bowls, you're going to see Saints hats all over. That's my team. Always been my. Go ahead.
I got you. All right, cool. So we'll go with that. All right. So, let's talk about this Super Bowl. Now, we're taping the day before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get this out tomorrow before the game. That's the plan.
Let me lay it out for you.
Sure.
I'll go. Let me go. We're going to talk Kansas City Chiefs now. let me handle this. Okay. You guys have been in the NFC title game every year of Mahomes' career. Is that
6 years straight.
Okay, 6 years straight.
As a starter.
And you're going for your third
Super Bowl.
Okay, third Super Bowl.
Our fourth appearance in 5 years.
Okay, fourth appearance in 5 years. Now, I understand that when a team wins a lot of championships, you're going to hear, they're not as hungry as they were. They're not as good as it. It's harder to keep repeating, okay? I actually think the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl, the more that they do it, the more impressive it gets, because I don't think people understand how hard it is to get back there. And they keep getting back like almost every other year, seems like. And you go through so much ups and downs. I know you love your Chiefs, okay? I know the Cubs are your favorite, but right underneath them, you love the Chiefs almost as much as you love the Cubs. And I understand how you can get like anxiety and the team can drive you nuts sometimes. The highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. So I want you to start back in September and I want you to tell me how your emotions have been, how you kept them intact. Okay, what was their record in the regular season? 12-5.
5, yeah. I believe
Okay,
so.
12-5.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough to get in the playoffs and whatever. They've handled business, and I know it ain't easy because you want it to keep going.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me. Go back to September and just tell me about that emotional roller coaster up and down throughout the whole season.
You know what's funny is I kept it real even keeled this year. You know what I mean? Because I think I got the bigger picture now. Because after winning that second Super Bowl, I realized, okay, we're here to stay, right? Because after you win the first one, you're like, okay, now we gotta prove this is real. We gotta go back and do it again.
Yeah.
We did that, right?
Yeah, after the first season, the honeymoon season's over after that. Yeah.
So I know my team's legit now, and I know that, right? But this year, I knew it was going to be different, and I've been telling everybody for a while. I said, listen, we're not going to be that same team. And now it was frustrating to watch the growing process. Not going to lie to you, right? But I kept it even keeled, and I kept saying, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. You know, we lost that first game against the Lions, right? I'm like, oh my God, here we go, right? You know what I mean?
You guys were decimated with injuries.
Yeah, we were, and as the games went on, and we blew a couple, and the narrative went, okay, our wide receivers suck. We got, you know what I'm saying? We can't catch the ball, which was true. We were dropping everything, right? But I kept looking at it from another perspective, and I said, okay, I know we're going to be all right because we're in every one of these games, and we're making the right play calls, and we have the right passes going to the right people, right? Mahomes was dropping dimes on these guys to win the games. They were just dropping the balls, right? That happened in 3 games this year. 3 games. And that's the difference between 12-5 and in the best record in the league. You know what I'm saying? If they just catch those. And in years prior, we've always caught those passes, right? And so I was like, we're good. We're good because our guys are open. The ball's on time. It's there. We got protection. And the play calls are right. And we're in position to win all these games, right? Which in the NFL, that's all you can ask for. So I was like, we're going to be okay. This is going to work itself out because the coaching staff's too good. Everything's too good. But most of all, Ray, it took me about week 3 because our defense has always been the question mark, right? Our defense has always been the question mark. But I started going, these guys are good. This defense is good. The team morphed. It evolved, which I was hoping it would do, right? Because to stay on top, just like you said, is so hard, right? But you look at teams like you got to use the Patriots, right, as the example. Yeah. They're the latest one, right? Sure. How many times did they evolve, right? You know, they were deep passes with Randy Moss. They were throwing short passes with White. They were, you know, the defense was on fire for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they did so much evolving over to keep that going. I'm like, we're gonna have to evolve, right? Now we got a running game that's pretty decent. We got Pacheco in there, right? He's running like a beast, right? And we got the that's happening. We're doing shorter passes now until Mahomes can pop one, right? But on defense, we've evolved the most. I mean, our secondary, we're young, we're fast, we're hungry, we're getting after it, and nobody's really talking about that, right? You still, going into today's game, you would think San Francisco has the better defense because they got the better names, right? They got Bosa's and they got all these guys, right? They got Warner and they got all these guys, but I think our defense is way better. I really believe that, and I think we're going to show it today, and I think we're going to, or tomorrow, I think we're going to put pressure on that young guy, even though one of our pass rushers out. That's kind of, you know, tying me up. Yeah.
Who's out?
We lost a Menahu. Who's the one who got the strip sack against Lamar Jackson?
I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, he's out, man. And he was one of our main pass rushers. He was our best guy besides Chris Jones, right? And so, like, but anyways, we've been able to evolve, and I was kind of cool all year. I was chill all year as everything went up and down, and I just remember we're going to be all right. I knew we were going to win that division. I knew we'd be in the playoffs, and I knew we'd make a run. And then, boom, we took out the 3 biggest teams in the AFC back to back to back, right? We took out the Dolphins, gone. We took out the Bills, gone. We took out Lamar and the Ravens, gone. Now it's just us. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, okay, I feel a little vindicated. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. That's where I'm at. Good question. Great question.
Talk about Derek Thomas for a second.
Oh, man, Derek Thomas. Man, that's why I'm wearing this today. Okay, look, it's Super Bowl 58. And, of course, number 58. And I've had this. Tim Ass got me this back in the day, right? I got 2 Chiefs shirts. I got this and the Okoye, which you've probably seen them both because I'm always trying to wear them on the show.
Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare.
Got the Okoye, and I got the DT, man. But, man, what a baller, right? What a baller. And it's so cool. We got to go win this one. Super Bowl 58 for 58. We got to go do this right now, right? Because that guy was unbelievable. You know what I mean? And pass rushing crazy. He sacked Dave Craig like 7 times in one game.
7 or 8 times.
Yeah, like
still a record.
crazy. Yeah, still a record. Like that's just insanity, man. He was just always there, man.
I'll tell you another record he has, and this record ain't never going to get broken. In college, when he's at Alabama,
Yeah.
in 1988, if Barry Sanders would have never been born, I think Derek Thomas would have won the Heisman in '88. He had 27 sacks that year.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
In the SEC conference in Alabama.
Crazy. And what, 12-game season back then? What was it? I don't even know. Like, crazy.
11 or 12, but yeah.
27.
Yeah, getting 2.5 every game.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's amazing, man. I love that D-line because they had Dan Selyamu up front. They had Neil
Smith
with the
breathe right. Yeah, the breathe right. Yep.
He had
just hold the George Brett.
you
yeah. Where you go to college, though?
Oh, Neil Smith. Don't know that one. Don't tell me Virginia Union. No, just kidding.
Nebraska.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense. They were still turning out players in the 90s, man.
Yep.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, that's good, man. All right. Yeah, that's my Chiefs. I think we got this game. It's going to be close. I mean, it's going to be tight. You know, we don't blow people out like we usually do anymore, or what we used to do, right? So it's going to be a closer game. Defensive struggle, but I think they're going to have a hard time. McCaffrey's going to get his yards. But in the end, I think we're going to close him down. Our defense will shut him down in the end. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to be okay then. I think their receivers, Debo and Ayuk and those guys, I think we're going to give them a rough night. I think our secondary is going to give them a rough night, and I think if we get pressure on Purdy, it's over.
Now, okay, in the last, 6 or 7 years, how many times has the Niners been in the Super Bowls? Is this their second time in the last 6 or 7 years?
I think it's the second. Yeah, we beat them in 1920.
2019.
Year.
Right?
1920. We beat them that year.
Do they got? Does Frisco got a lot of players on this year's team that was on that team?
Yeah, a lot of teams.
Oh, so this is an experienced team going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They've been there. Okay, this will be a good. Matchup.
Their main besides the quarterback, or that's a big factor. But the defense is a lot of the same faces, not all of the same, but a lot of the same faces. Like I said, Greenwood and Warner, and those guys were there, and Bosa, and so those main guys were there. Brent Jones, Brent Jones, I call him Brent Jones. Kerry Kittle, I went the wrong tight end. Wow, I just boom. All right, Kerry Kittle was there. You know what I'm saying? So
George Kittle.
Sorry, man, did I say Kerry
Kittle? Kerry Kittles.
I got some issues today.
About the Villanova Wildcats?
I just got issues today. All right, let's just say Kittle, the tight end.
George Kittle.
Yeah, George Kittle. My God, what's going on with me right now? I'm ready for the game. I'm so mixed up. I'm ready for the game. But anyways, yeah. But I think and listen, each team has a clear path to win this all, right? And I believe, and I said that when the playoffs started. I believe there were 6 teams that could win it all. Right? And Chiefs and 49ers were definitely on that list. So they could absolutely win this game, right? I don't think they're gonna. I really strongly believe the Chiefs have the upper hand. But if they get pressure on us, right? We got Bosa against our right tackle Taylor, who struggled all year. That's going to be a tough matchup. I think we can game plan against it. Andy Reid's really good at game planning against the Bosas. But that's going to be a tough matchup, right? If they can get Mahomes off kilter, we're in trouble. Right, but and then plus our all pro guard is out too. So Tooney's out, man. So he missed last game too, but yeah. Anyways, I'm getting into the nuts and bolts of this.
That's
thing.
okay.
I'm just saying I'm so fired up for this game. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be calm, just like we said that. But man, I'm fired up. Okay, I'm probably gonna get loud and obnoxious, but I'm still cool. No. All right. Anyways, Super Bowl. I think we win. I think we win by 10, but I think it's closer. At the beginning. And I think there's going to be some wild things happening. I think we're going to see some turnovers. I think we're going to get Purdy to turn the ball over, and I think we're going to put Pacheco on that ass, and let's go.
Now, I don't watch a lot of NFL, but I do like. We talked about him the other day. That guy for the 49ers, that little. Help me with the name, Debo.
Yeah, Debo Samuel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that one right.
I like that guy, man. Dude, he doesn't look like an athlete.
No.
Listen, I don't mean no disrespect.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't look like Randy Moss, and he doesn't look like Shannon Sharp in a football. He just does not look like he's a great athlete. And he's very unorthodox.
Yeah.
And the way I described it to you the other day.
Yes.
When you watch him catch a ball or run the ball, like I said, his style is so unorthodox. He looks like he looks like like a little fat 2-year-old wearing feet pajamas, running with a rubber ball in his living room.
He does. Yes.
But he's a playmaker.
He makes crazy plays. He's such a good ball player.
He doesn't even look athletic.
Yep.
I like him.
Yep. And that's how I describe players that do that. They're ball players. You know what I mean? They're not crazy athletes. I mean, he is a crazy athlete, but he doesn't look like it, right? He's like, even Mahomes is a crazy athlete, but he doesn't look like it. He walks funny. He's got crazy hair. You know what I mean? Like, I put them both in the same category. You know, as in they look awkward, but dude, they make plays, right? They both make plays, like crazy plays all the time. Yeah, it's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, I like him. I'll probably watch the game tomorrow. I don't know who's going to win. I mean, I would think that the Chiefs would be favored.
They're not actually.
No.
Now Vegas has 2-point favorite for San Fran. On paper, they have a better team. But this ain't paper.
If I was to bet
Same
money
paper.
with my head, I would probably bet on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But, you know, I liked the 49ers when I was a kid. I loved Montana to Rice, Roger Craig. I could name the whole team if I wanted. But I used to like that team because growing up here, you know, you're forced to pick a different team because the Lions suck for the last 85 years.
I know, and I was a 49ers guy too. You know, before before I really got on the Chiefs bandwagon, you know, because I jumped on that, not the bandwagon, but I became a fan of '89, right? But before then, the early '80s, I kind of liked the Lions for a minute, but I was like, okay, I like these 49ers. I love Joe Montana because I lived on Montana, so that was my thing, right? But I love Tom Rathman, right? You know what I mean? And by the way, they have another number 44, and I
Seen that. I thought it was him the other day.
Yeah, Juszczyk is his name, and that kid makes plays too. And I wouldn't be shocked if he gets a touchdown, you know, tomorrow because he's a player, man. And anyways, he scored one in the first Super Bowl we played against them.
Okay.
Juszczyk scored in that game, so it's something to watch out for. Just saying that kid can play too. Yeah, they got a lot of players, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay. All right, we can shift. There's a lot of Chiefs talk. So, Chiefs by 10 tomorrow. Let's go, baby. Travis Kelce going to get him a touchdown, too. Blah, let's go. All right, let's switch gears. Let's get to Michigan. Expand on your thoughts. You were happy, when they won, but what else is going on in there about this U of M team, this championship? Tell me about it.
Man, I've been a lifelong Michigan. I'm a Michigan Wolverines. I've been a Michigan fan my entire life. As a matter of fact, my sister Angela ended up. I liked Michigan first before my sister did, and because I liked the way their colors looked. I'm talking about when I was little. Because I liked the way their colors looked. I liked their helmets. Angela used to watch the games with me too. Angela ultimately ended up going to that school, and then used to take me to the games. Okay. I'm going to try not to talk for a half hour. This might have to be part 2, part 3. I'm going to break the ice a little bit today, man. Listen, Randy. You have no idea what it feels like to be a Michigan fan in everyday life, whether you're here in your home state or somewhere else wearing your Michigan shit. You have no idea what hate is. I'm not saying that the whole country hates Michigan, but even when I lived in Arizona, I got flack all the time for my Michigan hat. Fuck that. I fucking hate Michigan. Fuck them and Notre Dame. They used to always throw Notre Dame in there. Fuck Notre Dame. I fucking hate that. I wish this. And when I'm over the road, I'm in Ohio a lot, obviously. Now, listen, I'm not going to take a jab at Ohio here, but I've got to know some of these guys at some of these plants. So they're kind of like work friends, and we have friendly Michigan-Ohio shit. They allow me to say anything I want about them, and I do the same for them. And we get very, very graphic, okay? But growing up with this team and seeing all the great players, even our high school classmate playing on that 97 national title team, Andre Weathers we're talking about.
Shout out Weathers.
When college football is my favorite sport. No disrespect to professional wrestling and boxing, okay? I'm college. If I were to stop watching sports, I think probably Michigan's football team would probably be the only thing that would be sacred that I would probably still watch because I have to watch it. Like everybody else that's a fan of their favorite college team or professional team, there's a lot of ups and downs. That's everybody. And when I think about this season here, 2023, this is what I'm always going to think about. And if I start crying, you're going to edit that, okay? I'm going to try. No, I'm serious. If I start getting a little something that's not going to be on film, I don't want people to see me crying over this shit. This is what I'm always going to think about when I think about this particular season and this group right here. First of all, I love every player. I really don't, I mean, I do have a favorite Michigan player, but I love every team. I don't care, regardless of how pathetic they were for a couple years, I love all my teams, man. I'm never going to say a bad thing about Michigan, even when I get frustrated. But this was such a great season, man. I go back to probably this time of year last year. Okay, I remember in the months of February and March, we had a couple days where it was like 60 degrees out. So Marty and I were able to sit in the backyard. We just, because we like to look at nature, the birds. You know, just like you, we like to look at the birds and just hear the sound of the wind blowing out. We like stuff like that. And we were talking about this Michigan team this year, and we would talk about, you know, being in the playoffs the previous 2 years, and how close we were playing in the national title game a year before. You know, we lost TCU. I'm not making an excuse. We didn't have Blake Corum. I don't care what anybody says. If Blake Corum was playing that playoffs, I think we win it last year too. Only because I don't think Georgia was as good as their previous team. Their first championship team should go down as a top 5 team, probably of all time. The second team was great too. I don't know. They might have beat Michigan. But I seen how tough Ohio State played them. And I'm just wondering, you know, that could have been us. You know, who knows? But anyways, we were breaking down individual players, what was coming back, what we need here. We got all our coaches coming back. And this is obviously before like a lot of the allegations were going on. But Marty and I knew, and this is nothing we really talked about with other people because we'll just sound like homers, okay? Him and I both knew from the bottom of our heart, this particular group right here, this could be now or never. I would love to see another national title or two before I die, okay? But you can't take championships for granted. You know that. Your Cubs won a World Series, your Chiefs, you know, your Michigan State basketball team has won a couple. We knew that this was going to be a special year. If our guys are healthy, we legitimately thought nobody can beat us if we're healthy. We're going to attack. So, let me see. We opened up the season, I think, with East Carolina. It just, you know how our, look, we did have a soft-ass schedule in September. I can't deny that, okay? But I knew even with our schedule being like that, I still thought that we could beat anybody. And to see them put the numbers that they put up offensively and more impressively on defense, the way that they would swarm in and zero in on a quarterback, their open field tackling, man, you know, that's one of the hardest things in sports to do.
Yeah.
When there's two competitive football teams, open field tackling is not the easiest thing to do. Hitting a baseball is not the easiest thing to do. No sport is easier, or else we'd all be professionals, okay? We had everything in place. And, you know, with the allegations, okay, I'm not here to talk about guilty or not guilty, okay, but with the allegations, we took it just as hard as our players did and our coaches did, okay? You cheaters, you cheer for that cheating-ass team. We had to absorb all that. And I really didn't go there with a lot of people. I didn't engage. I just wanted to win a national title. That was Marty and I's goal back in January, February of last year. We wanted to win a national title. We knew these kids could win it all. This was a special group. Blake Corum was my favorite player. I know I just said I like all my players, and I do. But Blake Corum is my favorite player ever. I'm gonna miss that guy so much, man. To see it all come through when we played Alabama, you know, I think about everybody giving us grief about, oh, did you see their reactions when they see they were playing Alabama? Listen, man, that had nothing to do with Alabama. Florida State got hosed, okay? I'm on the Florida State bandwagon. We would have beat them too, but they deserve to be in that spot.
Yeah.
Or somebody else's spot. I don't know. We beat Alabama, and that was our biggest win of the year. That game had every emotion, man. I wasn't feeling too good when there was about 8.5 or 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter because we had a great opportunity. We recovered a fumble at like their 45-yard line, and we were down by a touchdown, and we didn't capitalize on that. The game wasn't over, but
Right.
I wasn't feeling good, man. I'm like, God, please, man, let something happen. And then when we had Saab, when he almost botched that punt at the 1 yard line, that
close.
bounce.
That was close, yeah.
I mean, come on. When stuff like that happens, and it didn't hurt us, I mean, that goes along with the journey. Like, man, this is a special team, and the bounces, everything is going our way. And then we beat Alabama, and I celebrated that victory that night, man. But once I woke up in the morning and drank my coffee, I was focusing on Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, because Penix is I like Penix.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's good. Contrary to public opinion, I think he's going to be a decent NFL quarterback.
I think he will too.
I really do, because he doesn't run a lot.
Yeah, he's a thrower.
And like Robert Griffin III, he didn't really last a whole long without the injuries. Michael Vick lasts a little while, but his running style, I don't know, man. With NFL speed, when you try to run a lot on them NFL defenses, I just don't think that's a good idea.
I think we see that over and over again, but that's another story.
And
We'll talk about that later.
Penix in that second half, and I'm not taking a jab at him here, okay? But I really can't think of a quarterback in college football that took that much abuse for 2 quarters in the second half. They abused this kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he could barely, he's holding his stomach. He could barely walk off the field without assistance. We were attacking him, man. And then when we won the game against Washington, when it was all said and done, it was all over. You and I have talked about this before. Marty and I weren't crying. We weren't like, putting our hands up in the air. We didn't do none of that. I sat in my recliner, and he sat in his recliner, and we just sat down for probably, I would say, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and neither of us said a word. Nobody said a word. And then when we kind of got our heads together and got back to where we can talk again, where words can come out, all we were saying is, man, Marty, this all started right in the backyard. I said, everything we talked about, everything that we knew this team could do, they did it, man. I've never done that with a team before. Look, my Pistons have won 3 titles. Okay, the 84 Tigers. We all love the 84 Tigers. Okay, I'm a Yankee guy, you're a Cub guy, but we love the Tigers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The 84 Tigers. I saw Michigan win, 2 national titles in football, 1 in basketball. The Red Wings, I don't know how many Stanley Cups they've won in our lifetime. They've won a couple, about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Your Michigan State team, they won a basketball one. But I've never diagnosed a season on how I thought it could work out, and then it actually worked out. That might be the only time that ever happens. Now look, of course I always think my team is going to win the title.
Right.
Okay, but there comes a time where sometimes you actually believe it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you believe it. We believed it. We knew that they can do it, and they did it. I've never in my entire life been so proud of a team that I cheer for, the way that they went about it with all the distractions and all the allegations and stuff. Okay, we don't know where that's going to go, but we'll just see what happens, man. But to see them come together like that, I was at my highest point emotionally after watching my team win a championship. Not a lot of hot rah-rah, no shit talking. I didn't disrespect Alabama or Washington like a lot of these other Michigan fans were. God, I wish I could name names. I'm not going to do that. Just don't do that. Just like Ufinger used to tell us, when we beat Midland, I want you guys to act like you came in here thinking you were going to win. No, Hollick said that. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. I correct myself. Hollick said that. I want you guys to shake their hands, tell them good game, and you act like you came in here thinking you were going to win. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about my Michigan fans. When the game is over, leave it alone. Okay, just leave it alone. Let's focus on next year or next week or whatever. But Randy, listen, man, I talk long enough about Michigan. I've never in my life been more proud of a team that I supported than I will ever be for this Michigan team. And I think we're going to be good next year. I'm not guaranteeing championships or nothing like that, but we're going to have another dynamite season next year. We got a good defensive coordinator that was probably one of our 1 or 2 options, and we got him. Wink Martindale. lot of NFL experience. You know, we got that Baltimore Ravens pipeline. He coached I think the Giants defense the last couple years. And we got a lot of experience coming back defensively, and we got a lot of weapons coming back on offense. I mean, we're going to have a different starting quarterback, but I'm gearing for another great season, man. I'm hoping we can make another run. But as far as this year goes, that just passed, I've never been. The only way that I could be more prouder than this would be watching my kids or grandkids win a championship in something. That'd be the only thing that could top that. That was the cherry on the sundae. This was such a great year because I needed something to cheer about because I was pretty depressed all fall season when I got in that accident and I was stuck at home. You know, you know, I needed something to cheer about, man. These guys, they did it, man.
Yeah. And you know what's cool? And earlier, I talked about the soul of music, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of moves over into the sports world, right? Because it makes you feel, right? And,
Yeah.
And that was a special feeling for you. You were in a down part in your life, kind of, or a rough spot, right?
Yeah.
And all the stuff that you saw happening a year before, right, came to fruition, and you watched it happen a little at a little, and you took bumps and bruises along the way, but they kept on track, and it makes you feel like you're part of something, right? And it makes you feel like things are possible, right? And that's why I think the beauty of music and sports are kind of the same thing, man. It lets you feel something, and open up feelings that you just might not have in everyday life because you don't have that opportunity, right? But this team did it for you. You did it with them. You feel like you did it with them, right? Because you wish this for them. You know what I mean? You envisioned it like you were drawing up plays for them, right?
Yeah.
And it came to fruition. That's special, man. When it comes to and you finally get that feeling, and yeah, man, that's a special thing in life, I think.
Yeah, and you often hear people say, athletes are not heroes. The military are heroes, and military they are heroes. They are, okay. But why can't entertainers, athletes, actors? Why can't they be your heroes too? Okay, because sports, whether it's playing it when I was a kid or watching it, sports kept me off the street. I wasn't involved in gangs. I didn't do drugs when I was a kid. I didn't smoke cigarettes. Okay. I did other bad shit. All my bad shit's always assaults, assaulting people. They deserve it. Some people need to get hit, but I deserve it sometimes. I've been hit too. Okay, I'm not. This is not tough guy shit. Right. Trust me, I've taken a couple of licks too. The fuck is this thing?
It's a windscreen, so you don't spit on the mic.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, back to where I was.
Finish that thought.
Yeah. Where was I?
You were talking about sports and how they were heroes, like heroes.
Okay. We're going to edit the hat part, right?
Yeah, we get that.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Why can't entertainers, actors, or athletes, why can't they be your heroes also? Okay? Because like I said, Randy, it kept me out of trouble. To this day, sports people are my heroes. It makes me feel good. Look, I love the military. I salute every Derek or whoever, the military veterans. I respect all of them. It's because of them is why we're here doing this, because of the military. I chose my family and athletes as my hero. That's just what I choose, my personal preference. I like who I am. I like that I have a sports-oriented mind. It doesn't mean I'm a genius, because I'm not. I just like to talk about it, like to have fun, like to make people laugh. I like to listen to people. I like to learn shit. What's wrong with that? Why can't they be my heroes?
Oh, they can. They can. And see, that's the thing. All things can be possible, right? The military people are heroes. Your family are heroes. Sports people could be heroes. It all works. And we gotta stop hating on what other people think we need to do and just do what we do, right? And now there's a line between game and reality. That's obviously true, right? Games are games.
Yeah.
Sports are sports, and reality is reality. But you can have fun and just like a football game and look up to the way somebody plays or the coach that gave you that knowledge. That's real, right? It doesn't matter if it's just a game. The knowledge that coach gave you and the feelings that the family of that team gave you, that's real, right? And so those are heroes. Those are teammates. So you definitely can use that. You know what I'm saying? So don't let anyone tell you can't use that as a hero, right? And games are fun, man. Get into it, right? Don't let it define exactly who you are.
No,
right?
I know.
But dude, wear your jersey, wear your hat, wear it with pride. I'm gonna talk some Chiefs mess, right? That's my stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it ain't, at the end of the day, me and you disagree on Michigan State, but we're cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
I know.
then don't let it spill over into reality and make it something that's messy.
I know.
Yeah,
It seems like that goes on a lot now.
It does.
Where
Yeah.
people take stuff too personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. You hit the nail on the head once again. But like I said, though, I had a bad 3 months, okay? This group of kids, this team, gave me 3 hours every week where I didn't think of none of that stuff. And I was in my happy place.
Yeah.
I was in my happy place, man.
And I would say it's more than 3 hours. You want to know why? Because you think about it during the week, right? Who doesn't think about the big game during the week, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to beat Ohio State? Are we going to get over on Alabama finally? Are we going to win this whole thing, right? Like, you thought about it way more than 3 hours a week, you know? And it gave you that escape. And that's great, man. We need that. We need that.
You just reminded me of something when you just mentioned Ohio State. Because we kind of established a new tradition where we watched that particular game in Millington at Benny's Beer Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Benny's Beer Hall. Ben Allendorfer, the owner, great guy. Big Cowboys fan, Michigan and Cowboys fan. And he's a wrestling fan, too.
There you go. Good place.
Yeah.
It's a good place out there.
Yeah. The build-up for that game, I wanted to win that game so bad because of what had been going on, like in the last 4 or 5 weeks. I wanted to win that game so bad. Friday night, the day before, I went to bed at my normal time like I always do, like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:15, whatever. I went to bed at 9 o'clock at night like I always do, 7 days a week, every day of the year. I woke up at 11 o'clock at night. At night,
You were ready.
I woke up.
Yeah.
I couldn't go back to sleep. You know how you try to go back to sleep and then after a couple hours you just give up?
It ain't happening. Yep.
I went to the store and bought alcohol.
Yeah.
I drank to calm my nerves because I was ready for the game to start.
Yep.
I couldn't get it together. Derek picked me up at, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was already lit. And when now listen, here's the thing, here's the history. And I don't really drink a whole lot.
Right.
But
No.
sometimes for me, alcohol is the answer. But here's the thing though, I have a history, when I'm lit like that, I'm funny. I'm not one of them mean drunks. I'm mean when I'm not drinking, but I'm a funny drunk. The stories I tell, the shit that I say, everybody's always laughing, which is a good thing. And I was in one of those I could not stop talking. I couldn't stop moving around.
Yeah.
We stopped at Arlene's Diner in Otisville, and Derek thought I was embarrassing him in the restaurant because I looked like a heroin addict. Then we went there, and I was just on. I was on 10 all day. I drank more to calm my nerves. We get a turnover, and whenever something bad happened in that game, for that brief moment, I literally felt like I was the toughest son of a bitch on this planet. I could snap a guy right now with my bare hand, anybody. That's how I felt. I mean, obviously I couldn't, but that game was different. I wanted to win that game so bad that I was drinking way too much. And I started the night before. I didn't go to bed. I didn't go to bed till like midnight the next day or whatever day it was. I don't fucking know, but yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
It was different times.
It was all worth it in the end, but
All right.
what a ride, man.
Yeah, what a ride. What a ride. All right, cool, man. All right, before we wrap this thing up, we talked about so much today. It was so much fun. What you got a shout out today?
You may want to go first.
Okay, I want me to go first. Okay, cool. All right, shout out today. I'm gonna make mine real simple, man. I'm gonna shout out to just having fun with the teams you love, man, because that's kind of where this show went today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's it, man. You got a team you love, man. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Don't make it too serious, but dude, live it up. Live it
And
up.
don't take it for granted.
And don't take it for granted. You think I'm taking these Super Bowl appearances for granted? Dude, this is crazy. I'm never going to get this again in my life, right? Like, I don't want this thing just to keep rolling because I'm pumped about it, right? Let's just keep going. Let's see how far we can move this train. But I'm not going to be mad when this thing ends. I'm going to look back and go, damn, right? I'm looking back already going, damn. 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. Damn, right? Now I'm already there, right? So everything else is just straight butter at this point. It's straight butter, man. It's just let it go, man. You know what I mean? It's the icing on the cake right here. Let's just keep seeing how far we can take this thing and see where Mahomes and this crew and Andy Reid can take us, man. Just let it go, man. Let it be. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. That's what I'm saying.
Enjoy the ride, man. You just listen, man. If you just enjoy the journey, the rest will take care of itself.
That's right.
Just enjoy the journey. I've learned that as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
That old man sitting back in the chair. All right. What you got, man? What you got for your shout out?
Where's the hard camera?
Right there.
What am I looking at? Where's the hard camera? I want to look at it. I don't want to be looking
right
straight
that lens, right
and
there.
my eyes that way.
No, right at that lens, right there, right underneath the
big
red
one.
light.
The big one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too out of hand with this one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not. This ain't really a shout out. Just going to talk about it for a second.
All right.
We talked about the 2023 Chiefs. We talked about the 2023 Wolverines. I'm going to speak on the Lions for a minute, okay? The Detroit Lions,
Here we go.
okay? And I'm shooting here. I'm not reading cue cards. I'm just going to say what I thought, how the season went, okay? I'm not going to be a total jerk. They had a great season. They did. Who saw that coming? Who uttered the words, I can't wait to see the Lions play in the NFC Championship? Who said that a year ago?
Right.
Nobody said that. Now, I love bullying the Lions and the Lions faith. I love bullying them because they eat it up all the time. Let me smarten you guys up a little bit on the Detroit Lions. Something you may not have known or forgotten. No, I'm going to go with you didn't know because you don't know nothing anyway. Let's go back to the late 80s, okay? When we hired Wayne Fonts, okay? Yes, I said we because I used to love the Lions back in the day when I was growing up. I used to love the NFL. I was a Lions fan. I was at the Silverdome, you know. I seen Mel Gray and Billy Sims and Barry Sanders and Michael Kofer, Jerry Ball, Kevin Glover, Lomas Brown, Robert Porcher, Benny Blades, William White, David Sloan, Herman Moore, Brett Perriman, Johnny Morton, Eric Kramer, Eric Lynch, Derek Moore. I've seen all of them. Got Ray Crockett with the American flag bandana he used to wear. Dude ran a interception, took it to the house, and when he had 5 yards to go, he took his helmet off and ran the rest of the way like that. American flag. I remember those Detroit Lions. Okay? Most of you that just heard that roll call, I ain't never heard of none of them guys except for Barry Sanders. Spielman, too. Spielman's my favorite defensive Detroit. I love Spielman. We all love Spielman. We respect Chris Spielman.
Oh, yeah.
The great Chris Spielman.
Jerry Ball, too. I'm going to throw him in there.
I thought I did say
Oh, you
Jerry
might
Ball.
have. You might have.
I did
Keep going. Keep going. You're flowing. You're flowing.
Because I said Robert Porcher right after him. Tracy Scroggins. Shit. Luther Ellis. Okay. I'm going to go back to the late 80s. We hire Wayne Fonts. Maybe you guys forgot about this, okay? Or, like I said before, you probably just don't know. Because when back in the 80s, you were just a bunch of pimple-faced, cosplaying video game, hair parted down the middle, mushroom bowl haircut. You were that back then. You weren't watching sports and paying attention to detail like I was when I was a child, okay? Wayne Fonts is the guy that wanted to draft Barry Sanders, okay? The organization wanted Tony Mandridge. Google that one, kids. They wanted to, no offense to your Michigan State club.
I got you.
They wanted to draft Tony Mandridge. Wayne Fonts wanted Barry Sanders, okay? Let's get that perfectly clear. Wayne Fonts took the Lions to the playoffs 4 or 5 times, went to an NFC title game, much like what you've seen this year. He went to the NFC title game.
In fact,
And then you want to say, well, Dan Campbell won 2 games this year, though. Wayne Fonts only won 1. He had a bye in the first round. So stop saying that. I've heard that way too much. He had a bye in the first round. Do you know what that means when you have a bye in the first round? That means you're too good to play in the first round. Just let them play in the second round. That's what bye means, okay? They beat the Dallas Cowboys in the second round of the playoffs. What do they call that? The divisional championship or whatever? They beat the Dallas Cowboys. The same Cowboys that end up winning 3 of the next 4 Super Bowls. The same exact players, okay? He beat a Super Bowl team that is revered as one of the greatest teams of all time. Greatest offensive line of all time, the Cowboys had. Wayne Fontes beat those guys. Yes, after that, they did lose in the first round of the playoffs, okay? Wayne Fontes never won a playoff game after that. But at least he was taking you to the playoffs. Had great seasons. Those teams at the Silver Dome, those were fun teams to watch. You guys, Wayne must go with your Wayne must go signs in there and your paper bags over your head. Fire Wayne Fontes. I won't watch the Lions till they fire Wayne Fontes. Okay. The masses listen to you. Okay. They fired Wayne Fontes. Okay. Who do they replace him with? Bobby Ross. What does your favorite son, who is Barry Sanders, what does he do? He basically says, I ain't playing for this cocksucker. I'm retiring. I quit. I'm 31 years old. I ain't playing for this idiot. I want my coach back. But no, you ran him out of town, ran him out of Dodge. Okay, my favorite NFL coach ever. I know he didn't win no Super Bowls, but he's my favorite. I love Wayne Fontes. I know he's getting old. I hope before he passes away, I hope I can meet him someday. I would love to meet Wayne Fontes. You guys ran him out of town. You guys go through all this misery with all these other coaches. Marty Morningwig, a guy who, okay, back when overtime was sudden death, the only guy I've ever seen in my life win a coin toss in overtime and chose to kick. Make that make sense. We don't have time for that. Rod Marinelli. Is he the 0-16 guy? The guy went 0-16 in a professional season. It doesn't just stop there. You guys had lost like your last, I think, 4 regular season games the year before that. Then you went 0-16, and then you lost your first couple games the next year. You guys literally had a losing streak that amassed 3 consecutive seasons. I've never heard of nothing like that in my life. You cannot make that stuff up. Okay? You guys wanted Wayne Fontes gone. Barry Sanders retired early. You get to the, you turn it around this year, okay, you had a great season, and oh, this is so much fun. Oh, having fun. Let's take pictures here. Let's do this. Oh, having fun. Fuck having fun. I don't want to have fun. I want to win. Isn't winning fun? Do you play sport? Okay, back in the day, did you play sports to have fun? I don't. I play to win, goddammit. Listen, if we're playing a charity softball game for we'll say like poor kids or whatever, okay, I'm going to donate. I'm going to be a part of it. If your mom is pitching, I'm hitting up the middle. I'm blowing up the middle. I want to win.
My mom's got a mad glove.
Well, yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, that's good. So you had a great season this year. You lost it in the title game. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot something. 2 years ago with your Detroit Rams shit. I literally seen people wearing T-shirts that said Detroit Rams on it. There was billboards on I-94 and I-75 South over by like near Taylor. Detroit Rams. Stafford. Yeah, Matt Stafford. And you guys were dogging the shit out of Jared Goff that year. Okay? Dogging the shit out of him. I want Matt Stafford. Oh yeah, victory for us. Ain't no fucking victory for you. Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Okay, and then you guys play against Stafford this year. And how do you treat him? Okay, you beat him. Tip my hat. You guys won the game. I thought the Rams were going to win, but you guys win. There's that shot of him laying on the ground with his eyes rolling the back of his head like he's getting porked in the ass or something. And you laugh at him. Why? Why would you? Okay, look. Forget the fact that it's Stafford. I don't care who you're playing. You could be playing your arch rival. Why are you cheering a guy that just got injured? You don't know if he has a concussion or that ain't cool. I ain't down with that. As much as I down talk people, I don't wish injuries on people. Except for The Rock. Wish more than that on him. Fuck him. I'll talk about him next show. You had a great year. tip my hat. I don't think you'll be back. I don't think you guys are coming back. But have fun watching the Super Bowl. Since none of you are making the trip to Vegas, you wouldn't be able to afford it anyway on your Michigan salaries here. But I'm just telling the truth here. I told you I'm shooting here, okay? And if it looks like I'm taking pleasure out of, people's misfortune, it's because I am. I'm glad you lost. I hope you lose every game next year. I hope you beat Rod Marinelli's record, because if you lose every game, you'll break his record. You guys don't deserve to win nothing. You're the worst fans in North America. You guys are pathetic fans. And I've had a lot of people give me grief. Man, how are you from Michigan? You ain't cheering. I ain't got to cheer for shit. Let me tell you something. Born and raised in Flint, Michigan, okay? We have 4 professional sports teams here. We have 2 Division I colleges. No, 5. We have 5 division, because of MAC schools. We have 5 Division I colleges, and we have, D2 and D3 schools all over the board, and our community colleges. I cheer for all of them, except for Michigan State for obvious reasons. That's a rival. Not going to cheer for my rival. And I just don't like the Lions because I don't like how you fans ran Wayne Fonts out of town. You will do the same to Dan Campbell right now. You'll do the same thing to him. It might not be anytime soon, but the way you treated Wayne Fonts, these are the same people that are watching these same Lions. Okay, of course you got little snot-nosed kids now that you're taking to the games and having all this fun with your little beads and your little funny haircuts and doing all the dancing and woohoo, go Lions. You'll do the same thing to Dan Campbell in 3 to 4 years. If he fails to take you guys to the play, wait a minute, matter of fact, they dogged the shit out of him after that San Francisco game for not kicking the field goals. I'm on social media. I told you Dan Campbell ain't the guy to win big games. Really? Really? That's how you treat Dan Campbell, a guy who literally put blood, sweat, and tears, and I mean literally. This guy would run through a brick wall for this Lions team. He would lay down on a road to get ran over by a car for you guys. And this is how you treat him. I don't like any of you fans. Not a personal thing. I don't like any of you fans. And any of you that took misery in that loss, I hope that it hurt really, really bad. I hope your head hurt where you had to take 25 Advil and Adderall or whatever drugs you take. I hope you were so depressed that you snorted 8 kilos of cocaine. I hope you called off work because you didn't want to fucking show your face at work. I hope it all hurt, and this is all because of Wayne Fonts. Look, I have not forgotten that, okay? That was 26 years ago. I haven't forgotten that. And I won't forget it, and I'll never forgive you guys for doing that. Fuck you. Fuck your Detroit Lions. I'm going to dog them. I'm going to bully the shit out of them every single game they play in for the rest of my life. And I hope to God that it hurts, and I hope that I get under your skin, okay? That's what I think of your 2023 Detroit Lions. Let's wrap it up. Let's go home.
Down with Flint Town.
Hey, I'll put that instead, dog. How'd I do? You wasn't expecting that. Hey, let me smarten you guys up a little bit.